I overheard my boyfriend say that he chose the wrong girl. Me and my boyfriend have been together for a total of 8 years. I have even met his parents at this point and they're really nice, but super conservative and traditional. On my boyfriend's birthday, I decided to throw him a party and that's where I heard him tell his friends he was still in love with our mutual friend and how he hated being with me. I pretended like I was fine for the rest of the party, but I knew I wanted to get back at him for seeing me as his second choice and wasting 8 years of my life. I thought I wanted him to love me back, but this isn't a relationship I want to be in anymore. If anything, I wanted to get back at him for all this, I just didn't know how. Well, that night, he wanted to have intimacy with me, as a birthday gift, and that gave me my idea for my revenge. Weeks later, I handed him a positive pregnancy and told him we must have not used proper protection on his birthday. I saw his life flash before his eyes, but his mood changed really quickly and I knew he was pretending to be happy. I was overjoyed and told him I couldn't want to tell everyone. I especially couldn't wait to tell his family. You see, because they're very traditional, they would want us to get married right away, which was something I knew my boyfriend was dreading. Before he could protest, I called his parents right on the spot and told them the good news. They were so happy for me and his mom was already planning the wedding over the phone. My boyfriend told her that it was too soon for that because we had only been dating for 8 years. I never realized how awful my boyfriend really was, but now that I knew what he really thought, all of the red flags were standing out. His mom dismissed his words and told us to go over to her house straight away. When I hung up, my boyfriend told me it was wrong of me to call his parents so soon when we hadn't even discussed what we were going to do about the baby. I asked what he meant by that and he said he didn't know how he felt raising a baby at his age. He said it was too soon and the best thing to do would be to abort it. I was shocked. I told him that wasn't happening because I was ready to have a family with him. I could tell all of this was making him uncomfortable, but he never outright said it. When we drove to his parents' house, I was still going on about how excited I was to be having a baby, how I couldn't wait to dress them up in cute clothing, and how he should be a stay-at-home dad because I'll be the breadwinner. I did this intentionally to get him riled up and I could tell it was working because he was quiet the entire time. At his parents' house, I was congratulated and everyone was really happy for me. Because my boyfriend is an only child, his mom kept talking about how she's so excited to be a grandma and she couldn't wait to take care of the little one. That's when I told her that there's a possibility that won't happen because my boyfriend wants to abort the baby. As soon as I said that, his parents got really quiet and my boyfriend tensed up. He was giving me this look that said, "What the F?" but I just smiled at him. Since his parents are extremely conservative, they're also insanely pro-life, so they were really angry that their son was considering unaliving my unborn baby. They started berating him in front of me, saying that this wasn't how they raised him. I quickly told them that it's okay because I wasn't going to do that. I was fully prepared to carry this child till birth. His mom got really happy again and started discussing the wedding plans. I told her that because this was going to be my one and only wedding, I wanted it to be as extravagant as possible. She told me she would do anything for me because I would be giving her her first grandchild. Over the course of the next few months, my soon-to-be mother-in-law was spoiling me so much. She wanted me to have the most expensive outfit, jewelry, and catering, all which were non-refundable. It was all too much and I tried to persuade her opinions to something cheaper, but she kept saying I was special and I needed the best for my wedding. So I let her do things her own way. On the day of the wedding, it was incredibly hectic. My fiancé looked miserable throughout all this wedding planning and I knew he didn't want to go through with the wedding. Which was a good thing, because neither did I. I would never want to marry him because he was in love with another woman, and even though marrying me would make him miserable, I didn't want to feel the same way for the rest of my life. Besides, I was never really pregnant. That's why I decided to leave a very descriptive letter to my in-laws about why I ran away.